6 old wives' healing remedies that actually work. Here it comes: cold, icky weather that keeps us trapped indoors, swapping germs like a snot-filled class of kindergarteners. As colds and cases of the flu take out otherwise healthy individuals, and at times, half an office, the rumors pick up on how to best battle the symptoms that can't be cured with an RX. And we listen, since your co-worker's grandmother's sister's remedy sounds better than living in mountains of Kleenex. But which home remedies actually make you feel better? We spoke with Donald Ford, MD, a family medicine doctor at the Cleveland Clinic, about 6 with scientific legs. Plus, real women share some of the wackiest ones they've heard that have worked for them. 1. Chicken soup fights the cold slurp away, especially if it's homemade. Here's some truth to this, although it doesn't seem to be strictly related to chicken soup only, says Ford. Salty fluid will help hydrate and remove mucus. It's hard to quantify the beneficial effects of love that go into the soup. It also helps if it's packed with nutrient-rich ingredients like chicken and carrots. Burned the palm of my hand last year on the handle of a pan, and my mom told me to submerge the burn in a bowl of soy sauce. It could have just been that the temperature was cool enough to give me some relief, but now it's my go-to for oven-related accidents. Naomi P. 2. Honey relieves a scratchy throat or cough. Compared with some cough suppressants, honey can be just as effective at reducing the frequency and severity of a cough. Tea's fine to use anything that soothes the throat, and honey seems to work well, says Ford. Stir a few teaspoons of the sweet stuff into hot tea or lemon water. Just keep in mind that honey may not actually rid you of your ailment. Some sore throats require the use of antibiotics to kill a bacterial infection, and Ford says honey doesn't have any known antibacterial effects. 3. Neti pots will clear your nose. There seem to be 2 cold camps, those who irrigate and those who don't. But a steam flush can do wonders for mucus buildup. Neti pots are a way to hydrate and wash out the nasal passages, says Ford. His is a reasonable way to clear mucus and hydrate the tissues. A saline nasal spray accomplishes the same thing and can be a little more comfortable for those skeptical of the pot. My grandma nurse told me that if you've got the hiccups, plug your ears and nose and drink 3 big gulps of water. It literally works every time. Kristen C. 4. Gargle salt water for a sore throat. Keep the salt shaker within reach for fast relief. Hydration is key, and a little salt in the water helps the fluid penetrate and stay in the tissues, says Ford. Generally recommend a teaspoon of salt dissolved in a tall drinking glass of warm water. 5. Peppermint tea soothes an upset stomach. Suck on a candy or sip tea to soothe nausea or an achy belly. Peppermint can relax the smooth muscle in our gastric tract, says Ford. His can relieve some pain sensation, but it also opens the top of the stomach, which can allow acid to escape upward. So be wary if you suffered from heartburn. I used to bite my tongue as a kid. My mom would sit me on top of the kitchen counter and give me a small spoonful of sugar to stop the bleeding. It stopped me from crying and something about the sugar always made the blood clot. Page H. 6. Prop your head with a pillow to drain your sinuses. A few elevated pillows at night can make breathing more comfortable and ease sinus pressure by draining your nose and throat of congestion. That said, the gravitational relief may only be temporary if you flop around after falling asleep, says Ford.